Hey, it's Olga here from Degtyareva.com and Productivity for Scientists. This is where you overcome overwhelm, become more productive, get in charge of your day while feeling happy in your life. The topic of today's video is how to deal with uncertainty. How to deal with uncertainty and what to do during the times when there is an uncertainty in your life and work. And right at the beginning of the video, I want to address the situation that is right now in the United States, where the governmental labs are closed, and the federal funding is stopped. And I've heard from some people in the States, like here, it's not really affecting us here or personally me, but I've heard these people with whom I'm in touch that the trips are cancelled, the travels are cancelled, the expeditions are getting cancelled. That's how I've heard people are affected directly. Plus, there is a lot of this fear because it's such an uncertainty. What's going to happen? And so some of you are directly affected by the pays being stopped, and you don't have access to archives and databases. That's what I've learned. And some of you is just really overrun by worry and fear about the situation. Also, you might not directly affected, but your friends and colleagues are affected, and you're just letting that fear creep in. What's gonna happen? It's such an uncertainty. So I'm totally here with you, and I wanted to use this time, couple of minutes I'm gonna be speaking with you, is to really give you some tool and techniques to apply to this kind of situation when you want to get some work done. Some of you I know are in the middle of writing proposals or applications, and there are certain deadlines, and you want to meet those deadlines despite of all the situation, but you just can't focus on your work. This fear and worry is just really distracting, and there is like a weird situation at work, and you can't focus on your work. So today I wanted to give you a few tips. And I totally understand this. And in fact, that was originally my plan for the part 3 of this video series that I've been presenting to you, what to do when disaster strikes. And I already presented to you part 1, when it's really like the first moment of the shock, when something bad and big happened in your life and work, and you literally need to just deal with the shock. So I gave you a few strategies for that. And then part 2, it was really already when you went through this first initial shock and you are ready, or you need to make some decisions. So I gave you tips on how to make decisions that you won't regret, that you're really making from the place of clarity. And thank you for all your comments and emails you sent me, that it was helpful. And so I wanted to build up on this and really share this part 3 of what to do in uncertainty, or how to deal in times of uncertainty, how to deal with your work and life. And again, I want to reflect on what happened to myself a year ago when I shared with you, when I just learned that I got fired from the university because of the immigration situation, but that was on top of other things that was going on in my life. And I also shared that how I was able to make decisions. So from the place where I wanted to be, and so that ensured my growth and development personally and professionally. And so because I've shared with you that I've hired a lawyer, and he applied for me for this the home office thing that we've got here in UK, and it said to wait for 6 months, for at least 6 months. In the end, I ended up waiting 7 months, and after 7 months, I did hear that a positive reply that I was granted permanent residence, and that means all good things, that I can, in a year time, I can apply for becoming a citizen and all good stuff, that I could just basically work, not just in my business, but in your university if I wanted to. So, but the question was how to just live through these 7 months of uncertainty and being able to do work, and the things I was able to do during those months, just looking back at it, is just amazing. I've launched my first ever group program, and many of you know because you participated in it, of how to start writing and getting your thesis done, and also with the research papers. That was another group program that I've launched. I feel basically my private practice now, and also did my first live event, the Creating Change Women Retreat, and it all happened within those 7 months of uncertainty, when I didn't know what was my immigration status. I was just literally hanging in the air, and good thing that I could remain in the UK and I could work. And I also gave birth to our third child, which was an amazing birth experience. All those things happened, and so I just wanted to share with you the couple of techniques that would help you to deal with those times of uncertainty. Okay, so what the problem with this uncertainty times is? The problem is that the fear creeps in. So you just sit there, the fear creeps in, it's a worry, it's an anxiety, and their focus is scattered and you can't do any work. And the other problem with the fear is that if your mind is affected by fear, you can't see and you can't accept any new opportunities. How awful is this? So these opportunities are right under your nose, to grow and to have a bigger success, and you just can't see them and you can't accept them. It's just because you might overrun by fear. So that's why it's so good to learn these new techniques to work through fear. Just step through fear. Okay, so here we go. So the first technique goes all around the fact that what you fear feels real, but actually what you fear is not real. You fear something that might happen in the future, or something that happened in the past will affect something that will happen in the future. Is not real. You're okay in the present moment. So, and that's the strategy, the first technique is really go back into the present moment. Is literally just feel the present moment. You're just sitting in the chair and you're looking into your computer, laptop screen, and you're listening to my voice, and just feel the temperature. Is it nice and warm in the room, quite comfortable? And like, is it light or dark? Maybe it's getting dark right now where you are. It's very like a bright room where I'm sitting, and just literally feel your breathing. Well, congratulations, you survived this moment. And then the next one. So what happens is all your thoughts or that are like fear and worry and anxiety, they're just coming into this present moment, becoming present, feeling the body, feeling the present moment, and you are fine. So what also happens, your mind gets refreshed and you can really focus on your work much, much better. All right, so this is a tip for you. It's really coming back into the present moment, and I can't overstate how effective it is. And I've just demonstrated how many things I was able to accomplish. And now, after I've learned that my immigration status is okay, got a positive reply after 7 months of waiting, I was like, oh, but I already achieved so much. So I just started to build up on what I've done. So it's really, really powerful. Okay, so I want to inspire you for that, for that as well. And I want to give you another bonus tip today. The number 2 is really for those of you who are just working on some proposals and some applications. And I know many of you do this. And it's again this worrying anxiety, and maybe it didn't work last year, or how competitive it is. I've just worked on that strategy with one of my private clients. She got back to me. She said it worked amazingly for her, and it's like a fresh tip. Well, that in a way I've been applying it myself, but I just heard from her that it really worked. I want to share it with you. So if you write an application or proposal and you feel like a bit stuck, and just put it aside, sit down, have your laptop to type, or just pen and paper, write down what is it that you love about your job. Just write, half a page or even a page. Just write what you love about your job. Honestly, there are so many things you love about it, don't you? Put it aside, go back to your proposal and feel the difference. It's gonna just flow so much easier for you. Okay, that's all for today, and this is the part 3 of the series, what to do when disaster strikes. I hope you found it all useful. I've laid down to you all the 3 steps to work through and really achieve the success, the much bigger success even than you think is possible. All right, so that's the productivity for scientists. Assignment for you for this week is to practice this technique of coming back into the present moment when you feel like fear, anxiety, worry is taking over you. Just really feel how does it feel in the present moment. So this is the first assignment, and then do your work. And the second one is write down what is it that you love about your job, and then go back to your proposal. That's it for today. Speak to you soon. Bye.